can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Receiver comes in motion. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Williams. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Williams will pass. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Caught. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will...
Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, given the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he scores! Touchdown, Husky!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the lead.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running inside, it's Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Scrambling away. Slings it downfield. And wings it incomplete. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Makes the catch. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Right, the option, he keeps it. And he'll be hit immediately, no gain on the play.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QBs, got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook, but on that play there, that 3-snap look told me to hand it off.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. On the run, it's Davidson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
He's out of bounds after a good pickup, and the clock will stop not only because he's out of bounds, but it's the 2-minute timeout. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback Keith can't get him to the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Play action with Williams. He's going to take off. Got the first down. At the 45 on his way. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Finding an escape. There's some room. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Williams. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. A big stop from this defense as they force a fourth down and a decision coming right now. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Punch it out of the air. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been... Touchdown, Huskies! Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And here's the return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a big gain. He's got it all by himself down the middle. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. The Tigers spin their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Gets rid of it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man,
the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the ground, it's Davidson. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Now on 1st down from the 28. This time he wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Quick spin on the run.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running the red zone, it's Haynes. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. He might want another play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Finding some room. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MT if they can stop them on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense has it, they're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught, and he's got room. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And how about this running back, man? Coming into the game, we knew he would be a focal point of this offense. But through the air, like not on the ground right now, they're finding ways to get him the football out in space to do some damage. And right now, it's all through the air.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Denson. Under fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on it.
Grabs it, and he will score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The run inside. It's Clark fighting off the... And another broken tackle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead as we get a look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Play fake, Sellers. Pressure coming. Gets away. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Throws to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Makes the grab. Makes the grab in their space. He gets it to the 31-yard. And a big play for this offense.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking downfield is Denson. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. This one's complete. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Coming out with it, it's Harbor. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Sellers. Bringing the heat. Gets away. Moving out to the right. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He would have loved to make the...